Now, this is Clyde Morgan. He flew C-147s, and he was the pilot for Bob Hope and for the King, Ibn Saud. And so, fascinating character. I was surprised that he lived. He was still alive when we went and interviewed him. 94 years old. But this C-147 transport, or C-47 transport, it was given by FDR to the King. And this is what the King said.
It's an honor to meet you.
Well, thank you.
Our lives have intersected possibly in something very historic. And we're talking about where the real Mount Sinai is located. And I had no idea that someone as far back as World War II would have seen the mountain and had been told that the mountain was the holy mountain of Moses. Did any of the Muslims tell you that that was a holy mountain?
Oh yes. And well, they forbidden me to fly around it, and it was off limits that I'd be killed either by God or by maybe some of them, I don't know. But I flew around it anyway. Was tempted to fly around it because it was holy.
So when you took off and you were flying, did you actually see that mountain in the northwest quadrant of Saudi Arabia?
Oh yes, I flew within probably 1,000 yards, 2,000 yards of it, all the way around it. Well, around the time it was dark, the mountain was black almost, I guess you'd call it that. It was dark enough to be somewhat frightening, really.
But it was different than the rest of the mountains because it was black on top?
Oh, it was a blackish green.
I'm going to bring out a map.
Yes.
And this map is of the area that you were flying around then. And what kind of airplane were you flying around?
It was C-47 airplane that flew most transport during World War II.
And can you show me the area that you were flying around? It would be right in there.
Yes, so we're talking about the same mountain. Yeah, they told me it was Mount Sinai, that it was the mountain of Moses. Well, Sheikh Yusuf Yassin was the one that was in charge of the Arabian Air Force for that, and he said it was off limits, that I'd be killed if I flew around it. And when I took off, I was half scared to death. You don't know what I really believe. I think it's Mount Sinai. I think God let me fly around it. That's what I think. I think He let you and me both live. And I said, I'm going to believe in my God, and I did. And I stayed with God, and He stood by me.
And did it touch your heart to have that?
It still does.